we are still stuck. 70 years later, the same family are still controlling. So what does it say? It means we have not moved an inch. The Mandela miracle didn't do anything to change this thing. Okay, I was about to say to you, post-1966, all the succeeding presidents were actually controlled by these guys because they are guiding this report not to be read. So these are secrets where all presidents, when they come to office, they would know that somebody controlling the economy.
All of them?
All of them.
You're not excluding anyone?
I'm not. So from Uferwood, B.J. Foster, P.W., Botha, de Klerk, they know until Mandela. Mandela knows about this. Okay, there's an interesting story about Mandela. In 1950s, you'll find it in the same book. It is said that the Oppenheimers said to Mandela, Mandela, can you just go to one of my tailors just to scoop up your image and get a nice suit for yourself? So we saw Mandela wearing nice suits with an opening line here. But what we don't know is that Waitungelwa or Oppenheimer was said, go to my tailor. But the reason I'm sharing that part, how ironical that in the 50s, Mandela being given a suit by the Oppenheimers, and I assume it must be Ernest because Ernest died around 1957, Ernest Umkhulu. And then after that, Mandela, when you read front page of USA Today in 94 on the 20th of June, it is said, I am the power behind the victory of the ANC in US.
This is a real story.
It's a front page. Kusho Oppenheimer.
The son.
Oppenheimer, yeah, shuthi manje lo ophilayo manje. Usho in US front page uthi I am the victory behind, or the power behind the victory of the ANC. Do you know what does that mean? It means what we were celebrating as a liberation in 1994 being conducted by one of our own is a staged 1994 victory because somebody is claiming it as his own. Now,
you check at some point, but thank you.
So then it explains then why in 30 years we've not moved an inch as a country to better the lives of the people. It's because we, in law, we call it bad faith, mala fide. We negotiated in mala fide, in bad faith. Because the opposite of mala fide is bona fide.
Yes.
So as we were negotiating, ama compromises. So we were compromised. And actually a harsh term would be we were outmaneuvered. That is the right term. So which means no wonder nothing is changing. Here is then my narrative. How do you say you are liberating us, but you are using the same laws that oppressed you? You still keep them. How do you interpret democracy? How do you interpret liberation? You through the lens of the same laws that oppressed and dispossessed you. How do you deal with Section 25, property section in the Constitution, and you refer to 1913, which 1913 is the day on the 19th of June in 1913 where a law was passed, Herzog Bill, on the disposition of the land of the kings and black people for all the towns and cities of South Africa. If you notice, all blacks are staying outside town. Whites are staying inside town.
Yes.
It is through the Forced Removal Act.
Correct.
So, if the law can be used to remove a certain race from prime land, and then you keep that law, and you call this dispensation democracy, liberation of those who were dispossessed. But now you have the court system, the judiciary, in the separation of powers. You have the judiciary which uses the same law. This I discovered when I go to Parliament. We have departments that are still referring to old order laws before 94.